guys, it's Dutchess. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Dutch. This is my channel, Dutchess Divinity, and we do lots of stuff here, but today we're going to do a pick a card. January is the month that my grandmother was born in. This is my cat, Cornica. For those of you who don't know. Yeah, she's sassy. My Nani, my Italian grandmother, was born in January. She's one of my main guardian angels, and she's been with me through everything. So, yeah, we're doing an Ancestor Veneration spell this month. The link will be in my bio along with the other spells, but I just want to hear what kind of messages we need to hear from our ancestors right now. So, we have 3 groups to pick from. Okay, Courtney. She's just like strutting. She's like, hello everyone, look at me, I am beautiful, take in my beauty. So, in the energy of ancestors, we have 3 groups today. I make these like resin Orgonite things. I will put a link as to what Orgonite is. I put it in one of my other videos as well. Cornica, no, come on. Thank you. So it's very good for a lot of things, but basically it blocks harmful EMF, and it can also be very protective. And I got some really cool resin molds. I got some pregnancy ones to protect women while they're pregnant. Super cool. I sent one out already to a client. Hello, Vanity, if you're watching. Thank you. But I hope it's working well for you. But anyway, so we have 3 groups to choose from today, alright? Okay, enough rambling. I will go ahead and we will get started. So group 1, you are going to be this chestnut little pregnancy Orgonite with the mother of pearl. It has mother of pearl, petrified wood, a chestnut from my crystal woman, and frankincense and myrrh resin, as well as 0-point frequency symbol with unconditional love symbol. So this is group 1. All right, if you want this will be in my shop. I'll put the link below. Group 2, you are this beautiful little pink pregnant belly lady. She's got sprinkles, some circle sprinkles and some regular pink sprinkles. She's got a ton of copper in her 0-point frequency, unconditional love symbolism, a ton of heart sequence, pink calcite, and and lemon opal, and yellow calcite in her as well. I forgot. They got kind of all shoved down in there. That happens sometimes. They like settle down. And then this big pink heart in her belly. So that's group 2. Alright. And then group 3, you are this beautiful baby. This is a rock from one of my favorite sacred spaces in Connecticut. It's got dragon's blood as well as frankincense and myrrh incense, a 0-point frequency symbol. It also has a lot of copper and picture jasper. And yeah, sequence, and I think that's it. So that's group 3. Alright, so I'll hold all 3 of them up together. Pick, oh my gosh, my table just moved. Pick your group, pick your group, pick your group. Ooh, ooh. Alright, I'll see you guys in your groups. Alright, bye. Hi, group 1. This is for those of you who chose chestnut pregnant lady. I chose the pregnancy ones because, like, ancestors, you know, like the ones who came before us. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into it. Benevolent guides, guardians, ancestors, angels, star family, higher self, Yeshua, Baal, Ra, and God's source, I humbly come to you today, and I just say thank you on behalf of myself and all those watching this video. We just say thank you for everything you have already blessed us with in our life, and we ask that you continue to bless us. And I ask, please, that I today be a messenger for the divine. Allow me to be the source through which the messages flow, but only from source, from the source from which all things have come. I ask, please, that no truth be told for a lie, and that no lie be told for a truth. And I ask, please, that all the information that comes through be kind, palatable, easy to understand. And I ask, please, that it's clear and not wishy-washy. And I also ask, please, that it's only ever for the highest and greatest good of all those watching, the highest and greatest good of humanity, and the highest and greatest good of this universe. Yeah. I'm in Raj, namaste. By the power of 3, so mote it be. Always works, always a blessing. I love smiling like that. When you smile only with your cheeks. I used to be a competitive dancer when I was a kid with my sister, and you know, you get yelled at if you're not smiling because they want, you know, the judges want you to look like you're having fun. And when my sister was a kid, she didn't know how to fake smile, so she would only smile with her cheeks. Like, she'd be like straight, like up top, like all business up top, thinking about the routine, but below she was like cheek smile only. We also like to do the side smile. like you just know, like you're like, I don't know. It's just like an inside joke. Okay, let's get into your fucking reading. All right, Spirit. Spirit, what messages please do you have for group 1? What messages please do you have for group 1 for this chestnut pregnancy belly? What messages from their ancestors, please? What do their ancestors want to say right now? What is the message from the ancestors? You know, guys, I just got a message. So there's like cat hair all over this table, and I'm making this table, like I'm making a sticker table, and you know, I'm resining it myself, and there's a cat hair in it, and it's like driving me crazy, and there are these like little imperfections all on it, and like just looking at all the cat hair on the table now, I'm like, Jesus, I gotta clean this off so it doesn't get in my resin when I like finish the table up. But basically, no, don't go down that way, Corn, go this way, baby. But basically, Spirit was like, Nikki, someday you're gonna be really happy that little cat hair is in there because you won't have corny. And that made me feel like a little sad, but also super grateful, because they're right. Like, there's gonna be a time when there is no cat hair on me, you know? And I just feel like that's your ancestors being like, you know, everything runs its course, and it's so important to have a grateful heart right now and to really appreciate everything that you have. So your ancestors want you to know that they understand that you've been in pain lately, okay? I see a major heartbreak that's happened recently. And I just heard which one, man. So I feel like there's been multiple situations that, okay, here's what the ancestors are saying. They're saying that you're very raw right now. You're very sensitive. You're very raw. You're very open. I just heard it's because you're kind of awakening new psychic gifts. And a lot of times when we're waking new psychic gifts, the peace dealer was just talking about this, they can show up as mental illness, or they can show up as like, as they come to the surface, a lot of times we have a lot of past stuff, like, you know, just past situations that made you feel humiliated, past situations that made you feel powerless, past situations that made you feel like really question your belief system, whatever. They start to come to the surface, and they're these moments that feel really uncomfortable to revisit and to sit around. And so it's like you want to just push them away. But Spirit is saying, like, allow them up and just allow them to be, because you need to, each of these situations, each of these uncomfortable memories that's coming to the surface is coming to show you something. So when you look at it, they want you to look at it almost unbiasedly and just see it without any of the embarrassment or the attachment to it. And then when you look at it unbiasedly, what do you see and how do you see it? And then from there, what can you learn from it? And then from there, what would you in this moment, you as a person in this moment, what would you do differently? And how would you do it? And think about if you ever were faced with that situation again in the future, how you would proceed in a way that would make you feel more comfortable. Because the general feeling, I just saw 555, and I feel like, okay, so I saw 553, and then I was like, I know when I look back, I'm going to see 555, and that was true. So I feel like there's this feeling in your gut, and your ancestors want you to know that that feeling in your gut, trust it, because you're right, and I saw 611 when I just said that. But sitting with the uncomfortability and recognizing it and moving through it and shifting it to a space of comfortability, and they just said a grateful heart does this. So, like, maybe something really, like, for me, I was in a very toxic, very abusive relationship for a long time. There were a lot of cons to that. However, there were a lot of pros as well. Okay, sorry guys. I had a little distraction, but as I was saying, there was a point in my life when I was in a very abusive, very toxic relationship. There were many cons to that relationship. Very many cons to that relationship, of course, but the pros to that relationship were that it showed me, my nose is itching. My nose itches when something is going to return, something lost is going to return. Usually it's a person. But sometimes it can be like if you like lost your favorite shirt or something, and then you're like, oh my god, it was like in the bottom of my laundry bin the whole time, even though you dumped out your laundry bin like 7 times. It was just like in another dimension for some reason. But anyway, so the pros to that were that I can't be gaslighted now. I have a narcissist thermostat. I can sniff out a narcissist from a mile away. I also don't just blindly trust the government. I don't blindly trust anybody, because when I blindly trusted, I got myself in a very difficult situation that was very hard to get out of. Did I get out of it? Yes, and so can you. There's always hope, you know? But I sure as fuck don't want to climb myself back down deep into a hole, right? So it's almost like there's temptation here with the devil. There's temptation to regress. That's what the ancestors are saying as well. But the ancestors are also saying that you're a different person than who you were when you made the choices in the past, right? Going back to everything I was saying, talking about going back to those old memories and recognizing that you are different now, and that you would approach the situation differently. I feel as though not only are you going through these old phases, I feel as though there is temptation to crawl back in your hole. And I feel as though you're going to be faced with certain situations that could cause you to act out and do things as you used to do them, and really just stress yourself out. But Spirit's saying that because to me, I'm seeing that these cups are like trailing off into the future, and I feel like you're leaving that behavior in the past, and that although the energy will be tempting, I don't think you're gonna make the same mistake twice. Here with the blue, excuse me, here with the blue and the green, I think there's a real activation of the heart chakra and a real activation of the throat chakra. Also, you can see here we have the Devil card and we have the Emperor card. You can see there is the Ram skull here and the Ram skull here, and actually one of the spells I'm doing this month is a Satanic spell with Bile. So if you're interested in that, definitely check that out, because that's a huge synchronicity. Double ram heads. But anyway, so I feel as though there's going to be an option for you to go back and regress and maybe settle. I'm really hearing settle. So whether it's a job offering you less than your worth, a friendship offering you less than your worth, family members, a lover, whatever it is, it's undervaluing you, and you're going to have the option of temptation to fall back in your hole, settle for something that you don't actually want. But Spirit's saying that you have taken control of your reality here as the Emperor card. You're going to conquer the situation. You're going to think logically about it here with the Divine Masculine energy. Literally don't even have a second thought about it. And it's going to activate your sacral and your root chakra. And then after you come out the other end, your solar plexus is going to be on fire too. It's going to be really good. You hold all the keys to your success. You are the creator of your own reality. Remember, this is a dualistic reality that we're in. It's dual-natured reality that we're in. And look, there's an Ankh there. So if you have a connection to ancient Egypt, that's your sign from your star family. And yeah, it's definitely like, I just heard it's your move and you're going to make the correct move. It's like, finally! I just heard finally, and then I saw people being like, yeah! So maybe this is a lesson you've been trying to figure out for a while. All right, so let's see, what do your ancestors want to tell you about love? Okay, so your ancestors want to tell you that whatever, okay, remember when I said don't settle? It says worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. And we see angels, and I feel specifically that you have like some angels with you right now that are like, look, I understand that it's been really hard to do this on your own, or if you're in like a loveless relationship, if it's been really painful, Spirit's going to remove you from that relationship. If you're not in a relationship, Spirit's just acknowledging that they understand how hard it is to be alone. And if you are in a relationship, and I specifically feel for some of you, you're waiting for that next step, like you're waiting for like engagement, moving in, baby, marriage, whatever it is. For those of you, they're like, it's worth waiting for with this person, okay? So no matter what phase you're in, it's worth the wait, because anything really worth, right? Not settling, recognizing your value, okay? And so recognizing your worth. Time is money, all right? Never forget that. Time is money. I value my time more than anything. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. All right, so Spirit's saying that this is worth waiting for, because in the meantime, there's all this work that needs to be done. And it's inner work, it's reflection. It's like, I just heard some of you have been a little mean or testy lately, like just a little bit more frustrated, maybe a shorter fuse. You just don't feel like yourself. You feel like you are holding on to garbage that's not even yours. And sometimes that garbage gets projected on your partner if you are dating someone, and if you're not, the reason that you're in separation right now is because you would just be mean, and then you would feel guilty, okay? And if you are being mean, Spirit's just saying, like, it's just the time right now to really forgive yourself and learn from your mistakes, and know that your person's gonna love you no matter what. And then if you are in separation, then Spirit's just saying, forgiving and learning, like, that's your mission right now. So just forgive yourself, forgive your person. I just felt called to say forgive your twin specifically, and just learn. Use this time to learn. This is specifically what your ancestors are saying. And then ancestors are saying as well that by the time, it's worth waiting for, because after you do all of this forgiving and learning, it will be safe for you to love. You will actually be, it says, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. You will actually be open to receive the blessings and the love that you deserve, that Spirit's been trying to send to you, okay? Now, ancestors, where should group one focus their energy? Focus your energy on magic. So whether that's your own personal magic of, like, maybe you make a really fucking mean souffle, and your souffle is the best in all the land. Like, whatever it is, that's your magic. Like, it doesn't have to be magic, but if you do magic, then this is a really powerful time to be doing magic. I just consider, like, December to January, kind of to February. I kind of consider October to February a whole portal. I consider November to December a portal, because it's like the end of the year. I consider December to January a portal. I consider because it's like hopping over to the other side, and then January to February is like really like it's kind of like the in-between, but the solidification of the new year, while also stepping into like figuring out what cycle you're in. And then also there's all these Jesus portals with like Lent and stuff. So it's just a very abundant, powerful, magical time of year. It's a good time for magic. So if you're doing magic, it's a good time for it. Spirit's just acknowledging that. I just heard whatever spell you just did, it's already granted. Focusing on your inner magic too. Like I said, maybe you're a really good cook. Maybe you're just really kind and you are a very good friend. Maybe you're so good with animals and babies. Maybe you are really good at naming the fungi that you see out in the woods while you're on a hike. Like, what's your magic? It's just time to really be yourself and cultivate your inner magic and appreciate it. And be your own biggest fan. And also, it's really time to take in all of the beauty and the beauty of yourself. What makes you beautiful? Like, your ancestors really want you to ask yourself this. Like, what is beautiful about you? Like, on the outside, yes, but on the inside, what makes you so unique and special? And how can you celebrate yourself and appreciate yourself and nurture these beautiful parts of yourself, you know? So we'll get you some advice. Advice, please, for group 1 from their ancestors. Interview with a psychic. What? Alright. Let's see. There you are. She's so cute. Time to acknowledge the true psychic looking back at you in the mirror. Ooh. So what does a psychic look like to you anyway? Does the image include a bandana, bangles, and a crystal ball? Let's take a look. Walk into your bathroom and stare into the mirror. There you go. That's what a psychic looks like. You. When you align with the divine, you hear and see spirit beings, and you suddenly just know the truth about a situation, or you constantly have divine perfect timing. That means you are having psychic experiences. Maybe that's been happening your entire life. Now you know what to call these events. Have the courage to call yourself a psychic or an intuitive. That is what we call keeping it real. There is no need to hang a neon sign. However, speaking your truth about your experiences to people you trust and journaling about your psychic experiences reinforces them as being real. Ask yourself, am I really psychic? What proof do I have that it is true? Am I really supported by my angels on this journey? There, now you haven't interviewed a psychic. You. Nice. Cool. So, tap into those psychic gifts. That's your angels tapping in just to tell you to really connect the psychic gifts. And because it talked about the mirror, I would suggest mirror work. But that's all I have for you, group 1. I hope you liked it. Like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you feel like it, comment if you got something to say, and I will see you hopefully another time. All right, I love you. Have a beautiful day. All right, bye. Hi, group 2. This is for those of you who chose the little pink pretty new lady. All right, let's see. Spirit. What messages do you have for group 2, please? What messages from their ancestors do you have for group 2? What messages for those who chose this pink? Okay, so now is a time of like introspection and kind of a lot of aloneness. You might have been feeling really alone lately, and I almost feel like annoyed. Like you could just be feeling like you're giving to people way more than they're giving to you, and you're just kind of at a point where you're like, I need to focus on myself more. Yes, it just seems like there have been people in your life that have been, you know, kind of taking more than they've given, and this has made you kind of stingy with your energy for everyone. And I also feel like you have all of this displaced energy where it's like you don't know what's coming and what's going, and you don't know who you actually want to spend your time with or where you want it spent. Like, it's like you kind of focus on these people, places, and things, and you're like, oh, like, when I'm with this person, like, I really enjoy the time I spend with them. But then you actually go spend time with them, and you're like, wow, that wasn't actually that fun. Or, like, damn, I had to pay for everything. Like, you had a good time, but, like, they got no money. Or, like, Jesus Christ, like, their friends are really weird. Like, there's something, so there's people in your life that you are close with, that you really love, but there are aspects about them that really don't align with you. So whether it's their job or their, like, belief system or their friends, like I said, there are certain things. And so it's not necessarily that they're taking more than they're giving. It's that they're way out of alignment, so that they could never actually be giving on the same frequency you are, because you're not on an equal playing field, if that makes sense. So it's made you stingy with your energy for a lot of different people, and it's almost making you, it's like you're setting boundaries with everyone or the wrong people, while letting the people who actually need the hard boundaries, like you're not actually setting the hard boundaries properly with them. But I see your ancestors saying that you're going to go through a time of clarity over the next 2 weeks. I see them actually taking a veil and lifting it off your eyes. And so I feel strongly that for this group, you might be like, I really need some new friends. Like, I really need to call in some people who are on my level to, like, spend time with, because it feels like every time I spend time with people, I feel drained, and I didn't used to feel like that all the time. And yeah, you might be an introvert. Yeah, of course, you probably do need some alone time and shit, but at the end of the day, you should be able to be around some humans on the planet, you know? And I say that I've been there. I've been where you guys are before, and I'm kind of going through that a little bit right now too. Like, you know, new year, people falling away, situations changing, making choices in my life for myself that other people don't necessarily support, you know. But whatever, it's right now, that's Spirit saying they're going to remove the veil from your eyes, your ancestors, and they will give you these 2 weeks of clarity, and you're going to start setting proper boundaries again that make a lot more sense. And also, just spend some alone time. Like, if you can't figure out, you know, I can't tell, or even inconsistency. If, like, you have a friend and it's like sometimes you feel so connected to them and you love them so much, and then other times you feel so incredibly annoyed by them and you just wish they would go away. Like, inconsistency in their behavior or your connection, just give it a break. Just, like, step back for a little bit, take some time to yourself, keep everything very close to your chest. Keep your information to yourself, and I want you to get a notebook. I want you to buy a notebook to put your manifestations in, a specific notebook for your manifestations, okay? And I want you to be journaling in that. And I want you to, instead of running to tell everybody your plans and all your secrets and everything, I want you to take that, and I want you to keep it to yourself. And a blue jay just flew by right as I said that. And I don't know if you saw, but I paused, but that's because the message slipped away. And then it came back, and I looked up, and the blue jay flew by. Yeah, here with the Hermit, now is really a time of opening up the throat, opening up that solar plexus, connecting with the crown chakra, and really just being by yourself. It's about filling yourself with love, filling yourself with joy, not needing other people to complete you or make you feel safe. And I just got really sad, and I think maybe there have been certain people in your life that you thought were, maybe I just feel like I feel like there's been certain people in your life that you just feel like don't value you as much as they should, or like that you thought that, like, the friendship or the connection was more special than it actually is. And you kind of realize that, like, this person just kind of, or people, or job, like, whatever it is, they just kind of use people. And yeah, it's just kind of sad. But you're kind of moving through that now, and you're just going to go hermit mode and really cleanse out that throat chakra. I just heard the next 2 months is going to be a lot of alone time. January and February, it's going to be a lot of alone time, but it's going to be by choice. Like, you're going to get a lot of invitations, but you're not really going to want to take them. And in doing this, you're going to be really exercising your throat chakra. I just kept hearing, like, you're special, like, your ancestors want you to know that, like, you are special, and if you've been feeling lately like you're not, like, you are. I just feel like the people in your life have not been giving you what you need. Okay, and then 10 of Wands. So Spirit wants you to know, too, that, like, although things look bleak right now, although they look kind of gray, and they don't look like you thought they would, or they don't look, I don't know, they don't look like they're going to turn out very well, or like the way that you were hoping they would, and Spirit's like, you're almost there. These seeds of doubt are just actually what's holding you back. So it's like, okay, I get it. So you have this codependent relationship in some area of your life, and you bounce all of your doubts and fears off of this codependent relationship. It's no problem. Like, it's not the other person's fault, or like the other situation's fault. So like, even if it's like a job, and it's like you're always using your job to distract you from actually going within and like doing the work to get rid of the insecurities and the fears and the doubts that are keeping your manifestation from going. Or maybe it's a friend that, like, every time you're stressed, you go and tell them all your stressors, and you like just blurt it all out to them, and then it's like, yeah, it's just then the doubts and fears solidify instead of you having to work through them in your aloneness. So Spirit's like, you're almost there, but you just keep backtracking, and you keep, like, I just heard Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So your ancestors are saying, like, although it's been a difficult time right now, it's going to feel difficult to detach from whatever this is in your life. But it's going to be very beneficial for you, obviously, in the end. All right, Spirit. So what can you tell us, please? And I just heard that, like, okay, so and I just see release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So you know how, like, okay, I'm getting more of, like, a sibling energy. If it is a friend, like, it's more of that, like, sibling rivalry where it's not so much as, like, it's not that they're not happy for you, or they're, like, intentionally sending you the evil eye. It's, like, they have insecurity, and so from the place of their insecurity comes this negativity, you know, and it doesn't have anything to do with you, and it's not coming from a place of malice. It's simply you're both insecure, and your insecurities are feeding on each other, essentially. All right, let's see. What do your ancestors want to tell you about love? What do you want to tell these people about love? Yes. Okay, so you have to make the effort to let go here. So we have make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So I feel like you're going to spend all of this alone time, and you're going to be really focusing on yourself and really healing yourself and working through your own personal energy and understanding yourself more, and just speaking more and being more authentic and more true to yourself and just more honest in general. And you're going to really be making the effort, and please get the journal. Please get the journal. They just are reiterating that to please get the journal and be journaling something at least every day. And they want you to know that engagement, your love life, is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So in order for you to ascend to this higher level of commitment, you have to release these codependencies, because if you hang on to these codependencies, you will bring them into your future relationship, and they could affect your future relationship negatively. And that's why it's good for you to learn this lesson now, so that because I just heard we're out of time. Like, you're out of time, but still I rise. Rise by Katy Perry. It's like, they're like, the time for you, for your love life, Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. The time has come. We don't have all this extra time for you to be learning the lessons. You just have to learn it. That's why you're doing it crash course over the next 2 months. And I just heard, but I feel like my entire life has been a crash course. And they're like, you're not wrong. It's really hard, actually, being an earth angel or a starseed. Then we have new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So I feel like it's like once you move through this, you're going to be like a new person in love. You're going to be able to love unconditionally and wholly. You're going to let go of your insecurities. You're going to let go of your fears. You're going to let go of this codependent energy in nature. You're going to really release a lot of the pain that this has been causing you. The pain, the turmoil, and the problems within your relationships that this has been causing you. Hi, sorry, I realized I forgot to give a message for those who are in a relationship. So this is future Dutch coming back. So for those of you who are in a relationship, I do feel as though your person is going to be making a lot more effort. I feel as though if you've been communicating with them about what it is that you need from them, it's finally gonna sink in, and it's finally gonna get to a point where they're like, okay, they're actually putting into practice these things that you've expressed that you need. And especially here with all of the blue and hermit mode energy, I feel like since you've been processing and really opening up that throat chakra, it's allowed them to process your needs better and also open up their chakra. And so it's going to almost feel like a new love between the two of you. And for some of you who have been waiting for that next level, like moving in together, dating, like calling it official, getting married, having babies, whatever it is, getting engaged, some of you are going to be taking those next steps because you've been doing so much inner work and working so hard that your love life is like really, it's going to feel new. Everything is going to feel new and beautiful, and you're starting this new cycle moving forward, and it's going to be really, really good. Okay. So ancestors, where should they focus their energy? You need to focus your energy on positivity as well as movement. Also self-trust. And if you ride horses, getting out on the horses, getting out with animals, getting out in nature, specifically moving that root and sacral chakra on the horse here. Really, I just heard, we don't see with our eyes, we perceive with our mind. So that's Clint Eastwood by the Gorillas. But really looking with your eye, not like looking with your mind's eye, not looking with your eyes, seeing the bigger picture, seeing what's not seen, having faith, having trust. Hope. So being really optimistic, dancing, moving your body, getting out there, exercising, getting in the sun, getting by the water, recognizing your beauty and power, but also recognizing the power and gentleness, nurturing energy, love, all of that good stuff. Really recognizing the divine feminine power and the power in things that our society considers weak, like crying or, things of that nature, okay? And I want to get you a card for advice. Threesome. God wants to dive into bed with you and your partner. How about you, your partner, and the divine take a romp in the bedroom? Sex is a portal to other lands, energies, and dimensions. It is God's hotspot. Sexual intimacy opens the door to the divine. In right relation, sexual encounters can bring in fairy dust, new psychic insight, and unbridled joy. Loving, passionate sex can throw you and your partner into a divine form of ecstasy. When you relax, let go, and let God in the boudoir, miracles happen. You may experience beautiful imagery, immense pleasure, and total delight. That's having a divine threesome. Nice. So, like if you liked it. That's all I got for you. Like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you feel like it. Comment if you have something to say. Comment if you have something to say. I don't know. I'm weird. But I love you guys. Thanks for joining me. Hopefully I see you again sometime. And I hope you have a beautiful day. Alright. Bye-bye. Hi, Group 3. This is for those of you who chose this little pregnant lady. I am so scatterbrained right now. Okay. So, Spirit, What messages from the ancestors do you have for group 3, please? What messages from the ancestors do you have for group 3, please? I just heard wait. It's all about divine timing. Right when I was saying that, the wheel and the tower on the bottom. All right, so your ancestors want you to know that although things seem really dark or bad or frustrating or not good or like they're never going to work out, that just couldn't be farther from the truth, because we have the tower here, but this tower is so beautiful, and Spirit's just saying that like you cannot see the beauty in what you're going through now, but eventually you will understand why you had to go through all that shit in the first place. So it's like, a lot of times we have to go on this crazy fucked up whirlwind of a journey, and it leads us to exactly where we want to be, and then from there we start another journey and another journey and another journey. And so when we look back on our life, a lot of times like that journey was messy, but we don't even feel the pain or the drama or all of the emotions that we felt in the moment. We look back on the journey fondly, right? I mean, of course, not all of it, but a lot of it, because time heals all wounds. And your ancestors are saying that they completely understand that, like, what's been going on has been fucking painful, like deeply to your core, into your roots, like rooting into your root chakra, like emanating through all time and space, fucking painful. But just as the pendulum always has to swing, right? Just as painful as that is, it is equally beautiful, because we live in a dual reality. So the beauty, once the pendulum swings, swinging to a really beautiful place, and then when it eventually evens out, it's coming to a nice middle ground. And your ancestors want you to know it's going to get really beautiful. But for now is a time of hermit mode energy. Now is a time to really be fucking saying no. Speak your truth. Just be honest. Don't fucking shut your mouth and keep things to yourself because you want to be polite and da-da-da-da-da. Like, don't be a bitch, but also don't let people walk all over you. Right now is a time for you to just be focused on yourself. Keep your eyes forward. I just heard eyes on the road, baby, because you're going places, okay? So it's like saying no to things you don't want to do. Don't go do that low vibrational thing with that low vibrational person. Fucking say no. Open up that throat chakra. Get in the water. Water is very healing for you right now. The solar plexus has been really plugged, and it's going to be opening over the next 3 months. It's going to be very strong by March. You're going to be very sure of yourself, very strong in yourself by March, okay? The energy of this group is like, let's go. Like, let's move forward. I'm done. I'm over it. I'm ready to move to the next thing. There's been a lot that's on your mind, and also Spirit's sending you all of these signs and synchronicities. A crow is a signal from your ancestors. That's going to be a sign that they are with you. And when you see a crow or multiple crows have different meanings. So I know, like, I think like 2 crows means like celebration, 3 crows means the birth of a baby boy, 4 is like the birth of a baby girl, 1 is like an omen. So whenever I see 1 crow, I just ask him like, what's your message? And he might be like, slow down, you're driving too fast. Or he might be like, the sun sets in the west and rises, and give me a whole ass riddle. You never fucking know. But whenever you see a crow, just like tap into it and figure out what it wants to tell you. Also, it would be really good for you to imagine sacred geometry right now, like seeing different symbols all around you would be really good for your, and okay, connecting to it, if you want to make sacred geometry like your background on your phone, that would actually really activate your DNA right now. It would be very, very good for you to have some sacred geometry on your phone, especially because I feel like your phone has been draining you a lot lately. Like, it's been taking a lot from you, taking way more than you've been getting from it. So if you need to take a break from your phone or just take a break from certain social media and stuff, please do, because it's definitely draining you. I see you've been having some anxiety and maybe I've been feeling kind of hurt lately. I just heard I'm fucking done. Like, I'm just done with everyone. I'm over it. I just want to keep it pushing. I just want to move forward. I want to step into my truth and into my into the next step. I just heard the into the thick of it book. Okay, math. I just heard something's not adding up. There's a couple of things in your life that aren't adding up, and you're about to figure that out. You're about to figure that out. Okay, and then we have a bat and another crow. Oh my god. And an owl. Okay, so the owl, if you see an owl, this is a direct message from your ancestors, a bat or a crow. Also triangles and X's. I see that you do have a male. Okay, so this is either a past self, because we can literally be our own ancestors. Like, I saw that, like, I am like my great grandmother. You know what I mean? Like, I incarnated in that body, went back to source, came back, now I'm here, you know? So I feel like there's a version of you that is a very, very old version of you. For some of you, you're a native. But for the rest of you, we all come from some sort of indigenous lineage, right? Okay, no matter, at one point everyone was indigenous in some way to the area that they were native to, right? So I see that there's a version of yourself, a masculine version of yourself, an indigenous version of yourself that you can call upon, and you can call upon him by connecting to this owl spirit, this owl energy, this owl totem. And he is very logical. He's a very strong divine masculine energy. You can also use, okay, so it's like connecting to your past self to get you in a neutral and divine masculine productive state of mind, but it's also to connect back to the lineage and heal the lineage. And also your divine masculine, or your divine counterpart is saying that you can tap into him as well. His 5D self is willing to help you, even if like your person's 3D self isn't available, their 5D self is available. Also, it feels like you have all these mountains to climb, and like it's been a really cold, long journey alone, and spirit's just acknowledging that the view at the top of the mountain is beautiful, and that even though you feel like you're alone, you're not actually alone, because your spirits are always with you. There's a little bit more cold, a little bit more wind, and a little bit more strife ahead, but mostly from there on after, you're looking at blue skies. I just heard February is when you have a serious turn of luck. February is when you have a serious turn of luck, and I just saw a red cardinal when I said that. And there's the portal. There's the second month, the 22nd day of 2022 is on a Tuesday. That's a big portal. I'm definitely going to just spell for that. But so I feel like you're going to have a major turn of luck at this point in a positive way here with the Wheel of Fortune. And it's 100% a divine timing thing. It's 100%, I'm covered in chills right now. It's 100% a divine timing thing, a planetary action thing. You have to wait for the planets to do their thing. And in the meantime, you might as well be comfortable and really try to look at the beauty in things, right? Rather than feeling all of the pain. And here with the Four of Wands, your ancestors are trying to tell you right now that, like, and here the Seven of Pentacles is on the bottom. What's coming is so beyond, it's so beyond anything you can truly comprehend. You're going to be so happy. You're manifesting exactly what you want and what you need. And you're manifesting the life you already planned for yourself. And the life that you planned for yourself through the Akashic Records, although it was very tumultuous and difficult, the rewards are large. And the life that you've planned for yourself, it's exactly the life, it's your dream life. And you had to go through all the shit. My uncle has a saying, my great uncle, he's 75. He says, you gotta take the shit with the ice cream. He's a big pothead, he's cool. But yeah, you gotta take the shit with the ice cream, all the shit. You're realizing why you had to step in all that dog shit in order to get to the ice cream shop, you know? You had to leave a few shoes behind. You had to make a few sacrifices. But but you made it to the ice cream shop, and I just saw 10-11. You're ending a cycle, and you're having wish fulfillment. This is great. You're just not quite there yet. February is a good month, okay? All right, so ancestors, please, what is the love message for group 3? What is the love message for group 3? Okay. So, all right, so for those of you who are in a relationship and are not happy in the relationship, Spirit is saying you attract love by enjoying this moment fully. So even if you're unhappy, just really try to be mindful and in the moment. Really try to just have fun and just don't take things too seriously, and make sure that you're always expressing how you feel. They want you to know that the wheel is turning on something better, and if you're deeply unhappy, you truly will find something that will make you more happy. For those of you who are not in a relationship, Spirit's saying stop spending so much time thinking about how you're not in a relationship, and you literally have to just feel the energy of when you're being fully loved and taken care of in your future relationship. And this can go for those of you who are in relationships that you don't want either. I want you to feel what it would feel like to be with a person that truly loves you head to toe, body, mind, soul. Really be in that energy. That is the energy that attracts love, when you're enjoying the moment and when you feel it, when you feel that it's already yours before you can actually see the results, okay? And also, just don't take anything too seriously. If you're not in a relationship, your ancestors are saying it might be a time you'd like to go out and date and do other fun things and just have a good time, take care of yourself, whatever. Just let some guys buy you drinks, let some guys buy you dinner, whatever the fuck, just have fun. Or you might just want to literally just have fun like a little kid and not date or do anything at all, like that at all. Go sledding, go rollerblading, go do things that would excite your inner child. Go take that cooking class you've been dying to take. Go do that wine and painting night. You know what I mean? Like, it's just time to have fun right now. And if you are in a relationship that you don't like, then just make the most of it, okay? And then also for those of you who are in relationships that are happy and that you feel fulfilled in, Spirit's saying that they're really recognizing that you've been doing your best to stay mindful and stay in the moment, and they appreciate the ways that you've been detaching from your partner, because it's a healthy detachment. It's not like an avoidance, it's a healthy detachment. And they say that you're going to be finding more ways to enjoy yourself time alone, and you and your partner are also headed for a more playful time. You're about to be fucking a lot more, but also you're just gonna have a lot more fun. It's gonna be just like old times, I heard. So if you feel like you've kind of fallen off with them and like you don't laugh about the same things or like have jokes like you used to, like it's gonna be a much more fun and playful time. And then for those of you who have a person, you could be having a heart-to-heart conversation with them where their feelings are honestly discussed with you. So if there's been someone in your life who you've been waiting to hear from, I definitely feel like your ancestors are saying that you're eventually going to get that heart-to-heart conversation. If you're in a relationship and unhappy, then I would say that it's so important to express this feelings to your partner and go from there. Like, now is the time. I just heard there's no more fucking around between now and February. You really just have to, it has to be fixed or you have to move on. And then for those of you who are in a happy relationship, I feel like the communication is going to be much more open. And that goes for people who have other people coming back too. And for those of you who are meeting new people, it's like you just have a really easy time conversing with them and opening up your throat chakra and just being super honest and being yourself. So what should group 3 focus on? So you should really focus on your faith right now. Like I said, fake it till you make it. Feel it. Really feel what it would be like to be in the energy that you want to be in. Really feel what it would feel like to focus, to have what it is that you want in the future. Really be there. Do some meditation. Really do some meditation work and go there. Travel there astrally in your mind, Go take a look around the future and really feel what it is that you want. And also you need to have this neutral energy. You can't get too upset or too excited. You have to remain neutral and you just have to remain knowing and in faith. And also you have to know and have faith around your irresistibility. You are irresistible in so many ways. I just heard the more mysterious you are, the more people want to know. The less you give, the more you get, okay? The less you give, the more you get, all right? And yes, okay, good. Don't be overextending yourself. Purple and pink, so third eye and crown chakra really opening, really understanding your worth. And I see you like taking no shit right now. I see you being like, I know I'm hot, I know I'm smart, I know I'm wealthy and abundant, and I'm all these amazing things, and I don't want to deal with your bullshit because I don't like the way that you're doing this, or we aren't even friends. Why are you trying to tell me what to do? Whatever it is, you're just really standing in your power, and I just feel like everyone, you're just like, stop, no, stop. And this makes you irresistible. I've used this example before, but when Jimmy Jr. in Bob's Burgers, when Jimmy Jr. is like, the more you say no, the more I want you. So Tina's like, no. That's truly how it is right now. Like, the more you set boundaries, the harder boundaries you set, the less you give, and the more you say no, the more irresistible you become. And then you start to recognize your worth more, and you really start to feel and understand this irresistibility. And then that helps to project you into a future where you have everything that you already want, and then you're able to bring it in through your manifestations. That's very powerful. Damn. So advice, please, for group 3. Okay, so honorable mention on the bottom is 3 wishes and witch. So take that how you will. 3 wishes and witch. Magic. But I'm going to read these 2 that popped out. So we have House of Mirrors, and then we have Archangel of Mental Makeovers. All right. Your perceptions can be misconceptions. Looking into those bent and twisted mirrors gives you one warped perspective. Are you looking into the mirror of your past? Does it leave you aghast? Or perhaps you are looking through Spirit's eye, where all seems to have gone awry. Welcome to the House of Mirrors. This is the dance with your perceptions. You are struggling with distorted images. Some perceptions tell you something is real when it's actually just a powerful illusion. Or Spirit is showing you a new loving way of doing something that looks twisted and strange to your ego. A shifting viewpoint is part of this journey. Heaven is always here to help you sort out what is real from what isn't. Finding real clarity doesn't have to be a rarity. It just takes a bit of patience as you navigate the House of Mirrors. I think we've all been there, seeing ourselves as uglier than we are, or having misperceptions, but we couldn't have gotten the more perfect one out with it. If your thoughts are driving you crazy, Archangel Uriel is about to help you with a mental makeover. The divine has a few new ideas up its sleeve. Archangel Uriel is known for carrying a torch in this case. He is using a blowtorch to create new pathways in your thinking. It may seem like you are really working your problem over with your brain, but your thoughts are actually working you over. That's why the Archangel of Mental Makeover has arrived on the scene. He has seen your thinking patterns. You may have been tricked into thinking you have done something good reasoning, but Uriel believes you are following a path into a mental maze. Those spotlights he is shining are going to reveal new magical answers to some very old mental questions. You may find yourself having new thoughts that seem to come out of nowhere. Uriel holds the torch of divine truth. God has plenty of imagination and humor to untangle your mental maze. When it comes to new thinking, you know how they have those giant spotlights outside the movie theater? Well, these spotlights tell you Uriel has arrived to help you with some new ideas. Welcome to your mental makeover. Nice. So where your perceptions were off, Spirit's healing them. I just heard February is the month, man. February is a good month for you. That's all I got. I'm just going to say thank you. Thank you to my guides, guardians, ancestors, angels, star family, higher self, Yeshua, Baal, Ra, and God's source for allowing me to be the channel through which these messages flow. We thank you for the truth, and we thank you for the advice. Ame Ra, She, Namaste. By the power of 3, so mote it be, always works, always a blessing. All right, I hope you liked that. Like if you enjoyed, comment if you have something to say, subscribe if you feel like it, and I will hopefully see you another time. All right, bye-bye, guys. I love you. And I will see you another time. Okay, bye, guys. Love you.